The beginning of the first full month of February included a weekend of entertainment options for students. Coming up, we'll show you how Red Raiders had a chance to enjoy some artistic expression or catch some early preseason action on the diamond.
The countdown to the 2024 presidential election is underway, and the first chance for Texans to participate in the process is only a month away. Find out how you can have your voice heard during the Super Tuesday elections before it's too late.
And the Texas Tech men and women's basketball teams were both in action over the weekend, facing down a new Big 12 foe for the first time. But could either team secure a conference victory against the Cincinnati Bearcats? MCTV's Joshua Ermis has a look at highlights and scores from both games and sports.
This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome to the Monday edition of the MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Finnigan Riddle.
And I'm Greene. February kicked off last week, marking the first full month of the spring semester here on the Texas Tech campus.
The beginning of the month was also marked by a regular event here in the Hub City that showcases the creative skills of students and members of the local community. The February edition of the First Friday Art Trail was held last Friday in downtown Lubbock. Every month, the Art Trail includes an exhibition of work created by local artists in studios and businesses in the city's cultural district. The main hub for each FFAT is the Louise Hopkins Underwood Center for the Arts. Luca features several galleries on site, along with a theater and outdoor stage. Each monthly event also features music, food trucks, and local vendors, along with the rotating schedule of entertainment. The additional stops on the trail also typically feature snacks and drinks, along with the art displays. Trolleys continually offer guests the chance to travel between stops on each month's trail, but you can also grab a map and explore at your own pace. FFAT is held every first Friday of the month from 6 to 9 p.m., and it's free and open to the public.
Friday was just the start of a busy weekend of activities around the Lubbock area, including on Texas Tech campus. Yesterday afternoon, the gates to Rocky Johnson softball field opened for the first time this year to Red Raider fans. The women's softball team hosted a fan day, giving attendees a preview of this season's team. The event kicked off at 2 p.m. with an inter-squad scrimmage, showcasing this year's roster of players, both new and old. The scrimmage was scheduled to last 7 innings or 2 hours, whichever came first. When the game ended, members of the team were available to sign autographs and meet with fans. Tech softball is looking forward to another season, with the team receiving some early buzz with the return of sophomore Kaylee Wyckoff. Wyckoff was named to the All Big 12 preseason team and was listed as one of the top 100 college softball players by D1Softball.com. Red Raider softball officially kicks off their 2024 season in the Joanne Graff Classic Tournament in Tallahassee, Florida this weekend.
Later this year, Americans will head to the polls to elect the next president of the United States. Before then, you could have a chance to influence the final names on November's ballot, but time is running short. Today is the last day to register to vote in time to participate in the Texas primary elections. Texas is one of 15 states that are part of the Super Tuesday, which is scheduled for March 5th. Super Tuesday is typically one of the most important dates in U.S. politics, especially during years that a presidential election is held. By the end of the day on March 5th, it is very likely that the final candidates for this year's presidential election will be set, with 15 states and 1 territory going to the polls that day. Even though March 5th will be a busy day for poll workers, early voting starts here in Texas on February 20th. There are multiple voting sites around Lubbock that will be available starting on the 20th, including all United Supermarket and Market Street locations. But if you need to send in a ballot, the last day to vote by mail is February 23rd. To register to vote for the March 5th primary, along with much more information on voting here in the state, visit votetexas.gov.
Last week, the groundhog didn't see his shadow, predicting the start of an early spring across America. But here in Lubbock, residents weren't surprised by the announcement.
Warm temperatures, sunshine, and even high winds have showed up in the forecast for more than a week, making it feel like spring has sprung. But will that continue as we head into the first full week of February? Weather specialist Elisabeth Herring joins us in studio with a look at today's MCTV forecast. Elisabeth?
Thanks, Finnigan. Taking a look out at the beautiful afternoon, you can see the sky is a lovely shade of blue. Some light clouds hanging over the horizon at Texas Tech. We will run into some cloudy skies later this week, as well as some chances of rain. We did have a few showers over the South Plains this past Friday. Most of that happening off towards the east. They saw about a ½ inch to an inch of rain. Lubbock just seeing a few showers here and there and some light sprinkles around the area. We do have a chance of rain, however, Wednesday, and along with that, some heavy cloud coverage. That's going to begin Tuesday late morning, and Wednesday we will be fully covered in clouds. You can see some light rain up around the Lubbock area, and that's going to be around the early afternoon on Wednesday, but by Wednesday evening, that rain chance will be gone, but those clouds are going to hang around until early Friday. Taking a look at our lows for the South Plains tonight, definitely some chilly weather. Snyder 39, Plainview right at freezing at 32 degrees, Morton 35 degrees. Definitely a chilly night. If you have any evening plans, be sure to grab a jacket on your way out the door. Our lows for tomorrow again are very mild. Snyder 64, Plainview 62, Morton 63, and again those clouds are going to start moving in tomorrow late morning. Here locally in Lubbock, we have a low of 37 tonight with mostly clear skies. Tomorrow another mild day with a high of 63 degrees, and again those clouds are going to be moving in, and we do have a slight breeze tomorrow with winds at 15 miles per hour. Moving into the rest of our week, Thursday is going to be a windy one with a high of 63. Gusts could be up to 30 miles per hour. Definitely going to be a breezy day on Thursday. Friday, however, to end our week, we will have some beautiful sunshine with a high of 63. Saturday, again, sunny with a high of 62. Sunday, we are going to have a cool front move in Saturday night. That's going to be a low of 33. And then Sunday, we have about a 10-degree difference with a high of 52. Monday, staying in the 50s with a high of 56. Chloe and Finnigan, it's back to y'all.
Thanks, Elizabeth. As we mentioned earlier, the Texas Tech softball team offered fans some preseason action at Rocky Johnson Field this weekend. But they weren't the only Red Raider team in action on campus over the last few days.
The Texas Tech men's basketball team also spent their weekend here in Lubbock. Tipping off their 8th game of the conference season, MCTV's Joshua Ermis joins us now with details on another Big 12 showdown at the USA and more in sports. Joshua?
Thank you, Finnigan and Chloe. Texas Tech men's and women's basketball went toe-to-toe with Cincinnati over the weekend as the Big 12 schedule continues to ramp up, and what's starting to become a yearly tradition for Tech fans takes place this Sunday in the Super Bowl. 23rd-ranked Texas Tech men's basketball hosted the Cincinnati Bearcats on Saturday as they continued their quest to return to the NCAA tournament. And much like the rest of the Big 12 schedule thus far, the game came down to the final seconds. After entering the game 11-0 at home this season, the Red Raiders fell short of the Bearcats in the final seconds. Pop Isaacs drained a long three-pointer to take the lead 72-71 with 35 seconds left in the game, but it was not over yet. With 21 seconds to go, Cincinnati guard Simas Lukosius landed the game winner. Pop Isaacs, with a chance to take the lead, missed a layup and sealed Tech's fate. Tech would go on to lose 75-72, improving Cincinnati to 2-0 against Tech all time. After the loss, Texas Tech currently stands at 16-5 overall and 5-3 in conference play. They travel to Waco on Tuesday to face off against the Baylor Bears. That game will have an 8 p.m. tip-off. Texas Tech women's basketball traveled to Cincinnati on Saturday for a Big 12 matchup against the conference newcomers. Unfortunately, the Lady Raiders would suffer the same fate as the men's team the same day. The Bearcats hopped on the gas and didn't look back on Saturday, riding a 20-9 first-quarter lead to a dominant 74-56 victory. In the loss, Texas Tech guard Jasmine Shavers had another stellar performance, dropping 21 points. She was supported by fellow young stars Bailey Maupin and Logan Johnson, who each had 9 points in the loss. While Tech's current tournament hopes hang in the balance, they travel to Morgantown, West Virginia this Tuesday. Texas Tech's record heading into Tuesday stands at 16-7 overall and 5-5 in Big 12 play. Their game against the Mountaineers will have a 6 p.m. tip-off. Texas Tech football will once again be represented in the NFL's biggest game of the year. Texas Tech Ring of Honor member Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs are once again AFC champions and will be playing in the Super Bowl this Sunday in a rematch from Mahomes' first Super Bowl win against the San Francisco 49ers of the NFC. This will be Mahomes' fourth Super Bowl appearance and his second in a row. The Chiefs look to become the first back-to-back Super Bowl champs since the New England Patriots did it in 2004 and 2005. Mahomes currently holds a 2-1 record in the Super Bowl and has shown no signs of slowing down. The Super Bowl is in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, and will air on CBS this Sunday with a 5:30 p.m. kickoff. That's all for Texas Tech Sports. Now back to Finnigan and Chloe.
Thanks, Joshua. It may be hard to believe, but just over a month from now, students will be preparing to pack their bags and leave Lubbock for spring break.
Even if you know where you're going, you may be still trying to figure out how to get there. And if your destination happens to be here in the Lone Star State, one university group may have an option for you. Every year, Parent and Family Relations partners with BreakShuttle.com to offer affordable bus trips during the spring break holiday. This year, the buses will make stops in Austin, Dallas, Houston, and San Antonio on Saturday, March 9th, with return trips to Lubbock from each destination scheduled on the following Sunday, March 17th. All trips leaving from Texas Tech will take off at 8 a.m. from the R11 band lot located behind the sub. One-way tickets vary in cost, with prices increasing as the break gets closer. Right now, prices range from $155 to or from Dallas, Austin, and San Antonio, and $165 for a trip to or from Houston. All trips currently have tickets available, but seats are limited. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit BreakShuttle.com.
So, Chloe, have you made plans for spring break?
I think me and some friends are taking a girls' trip to Florida. What about you?
Probably go home, see the family, and chill out a little bit.
Yeah.
That's all for today's edition of the MCTV Weekday Update.
Thanks so much for joining us, and be sure to check out ttuhub.net every day for more news. We'll see you on Thursday.